Leo, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. My name is Jenna. Today I'm here to do your soulmate predictions for the first half of August. We're going to take a look at what's going on energetically in a connection, but also overall when it comes to the soulmates in your life. These are people that you have destined in your pre-birth soul contract to meet, to interact with in order to learn important lessons and in order to have really incredible experiences, good or bad, however we want to filter them. These are people that we've tangoed with before, I like to say. Let's get started. Thank you for tuning in, for sharing this space with me today, Leo. As always, and thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Leo. Let's get a few shuffles. We're going to talk about your pre-shuffled oracle message. It comes by way of Nature Nurture Oracle. I'll show you the box. I have not put it in my description box. I just got it in the spirit of animal totems that we talked about on Sunday in this Sunday sesh, which is evolving, by the way. I'm going to be doing an all signs this Sunday. So it's going to be morphing and changing. Spirit said it's time to drop the fear, Jenna, of all signs. So it will be pre-recorded, though. I'm not ready for that live, y'all. Oh, my gosh. Heavens, no. So tune in on Sunday if you're curious about what I'm up to on Sundays. It's more than just a tarot oracle reading. We're going to talk about a book club selection. If you're curious about it, go to my website, jennafontaine.com. The link for the book is there. There's a description. It's incredible, y'all. We just started it about 2 weeks ago. And well, really a week and a half ago, but depends on when you see this video. I highly recommend it. It's called Energy Rising. All right. Now, we're going to throw some cards down. We'll talk about them. And then before we clarify them, we'll go into your oracle message. All right. What are their feelings, Leo? First half of August. What are their feelings for you? First half of August. Whoever's on your mind coming into this. Ooh, the World. Their next actions, behavior towards you. Page of Swords. Your feelings. The Sun. Your next actions and behavior. The Page of Wands. All right. Looks like things are lightening up. We have major arcana on either side. This is feeling good. The Challenge. Queen of Cups. And what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck. Queen of Wands. Ooh, the Ace of Wands. This is nice. Some of you, you're calling in a new connection. The Challenge is keeping your heart open and enjoying the ride. Others of you, this is a connection that you are very familiar with. And you are, on their side, they are closing out a cycle and with you. And there's a lot of happiness coming your way. Now, and I think this is the reason why. This is the energetic frequency you're going to be feeling a lot of regarding this connection in the first half of August. And it's the Doves. Number 38. It's about forgiveness. So this is saying that the current situation requires some forgiveness to another person or to the circumstances. So you're being invited to let go of whatever went down, all right, in the past. Because if you hang on to it, you won't let go of that negative energy associated with it. That tends to become like this whole energetic entity in and of itself that perpetuates our woundedness. So this is about mercy, absolution, compassion. Leo, I do believe that you are feeling this way towards someone. And it's made a huge difference. So the dove represents the peace and compassion that we can feel when we allow the grace of forgiveness into our life. Okay? So I'm also seeing that there's a lot of shared love in the situation. I love that. Feels really soft and tender. Let's go deeper into this. But I really enjoy the energy of that. You know, let go of any negative energy associated with the pain that you may have experienced in this connection. Yeah, there's been some past disappointments. For sure. We just saw the Four of Cups. Let's go into their feelings for you the first half of August. The world. What's this cycle? The world is also a portal of energy. They could be stepping into a new timeline themselves. We all did recently. But this is a portal of energetic influence that could be shifting their vibration and the way they show up. I'm getting it's more than just with you. It's with whatever they've gone through. I'm getting this past year. Their energetic frequency is shifting to a lighter. Maybe if you've been with this person for some time and you've seen them go through some trials and tribulations, you're now witnessing things shifting to a lighter frequency. Because they're showing up in this willingness to observe and learn, almost a curiosity. Now, if this is someone that is new in your life or you haven't met yet, there's a curiosity here around you, a wanting to get to know you. They might be studying your text messages and wondering, all right, what does Leo mean by that, right? Should I? It's like they're really analyzing your communications. Doesn't want to go back in. Whoa. Yeah, that 4 of Cups. This is on their feelings. Wow. They feel, there's some wand energy here, but this is the wounded warrior. I was getting that. I think I've picked that up before in your readings recently. You've had someone that's been weathering a lot or going through a difficult time. They could be having some health challenges, wounded warriors, or it could be something emotionally that they're holding on to with you. This is the way they feel about you. So as much as you've gone through this, if this is a newer connection, this is just their baggage, right? Their trauma. This is the card of trauma. As a light worker, these are the wounds that we set out to experience, whether you believe that or not. We learn, right, through the dark and the light. So there's some patience involved. I think that they're wrapping up a cycle here in their feelings. They're ready to start a brand new chapter. They're willing to take a look at the things that, I don't know why I'm getting this, but they're disappointed in themselves. I don't think they're really communicating that with you because they know they've either made you wait or they're distant at times because they're dealing with their own disappointments. I'm getting this vibe that they're not necessarily disappointed in you. They're disappointed in the circumstances of their life as it stands at this moment. And they're disappointed in, I'm getting this whole reconciling with themselves around what needs to change in their life so they can show up better. It's interesting. All right, what are their next actions and behavior? This studying you. Now, if this is someone that is brand new in your life and you're just now starting to communicate, I am seeing that they are a little bit, let's say, they have a past. We'll put it that way. And they're trying not to let that inform the present. All right, with this Page of Swords, wow. They have the 7 of Swords. This person has a lot of fears that come up. And they might even overindulge in these fears and they get the better of them. This person might have a worrisome nature and it brings a lot of self-doubt. Most of all, in their actions and behavior, they want to create a lot of stability. I think that they have a lot of money concerns on their mind. When I see the King of Pentacles, they may even see you as someone who's provides some emotional, not even emotional security, but the challenge here is that's the problem, is there is some sort of emotional challenge going on in the love department. This person may be preoccupied. Why do I feel like they're heavily distracted, Leo? They could even be a student. I have to go with what I'm getting here. I'm really intuitively picking up that this person is either busy doing their job or studying, and here's the thing that I'm getting. They're afraid that they're not personally happy with themselves in their life, and it's been a huge contributing factor to this connection. This will speak to some of you. And they're trying to fix that. They're trying to fix what their restlessness is, what their discontent is. and it bleeds over. When someone's not happy in themselves and their lives, it will bleed over into the connection. And that's what I'm getting here from this person's side. Now, as it relates to you, if this has more to do with you and less on their general overall vibe, the first half of August in their life, then they have a lot of fears and distrust coming up, and they're really more focused on their own personal satisfaction, because the Nine of Cups is the satisfaction we need in our own selves. And since it's coupled with the King of Pentacles in the Seven of Swords, I'm getting this whole vibe of they don't trust themselves to be able to provide in a way or stabilize in a way, and it's making them unhappy. I'm getting that. They're unhappy because they're coming from a victimized place. Now, if they're directing that at you and you feel responsible for that and there is some truth to that, then I feel like you're going to take some accountability for that. But I'm getting that it's not really about you. You're there to support this person. Let's go into your energy for the first half of August. The Sun. Wow. We have the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Magician. Ooh, okay. There's definitely some issues here. You may feel trapped, Leo, in a situation where you're constantly having to prove and defend your willingness. This person does make you happy, but it's almost like they push you and they challenge you a lot. Maybe they have a lot of fear and trust issues around really opening up to someone emotionally. They overanalyze every move, right? Or they're not so quick to show you how they're really feeling. I'm getting that off of the Eight of Swords, where you feel kind of stuck and you're trying to manifest a lot more of a free-spirited, playful, let's just enjoy our time together vibe. I'm getting mostly that you're feeling like mentally this is a bit exhausting. We're happy, but then I feel a little bit stuck in this dynamic, right? There are 3 patterns when it comes to our connections in relationships. There's a relationship conflict trifecta. First is the abandonment shame spiral, and that's kind of what I'm getting here. And that's when someone has abandonment wounds and they trigger that, but they're actually self-sabotaging and creating that dynamic. And the test after test after test after test, are you going to stay? Are you going to go? Well, I knew you were going to leave, but they're doing behaviors that actually make you feel trapped in that pattern. Pattern 2 is the invisible labor resentment, where some person in the connection, one of you, is feeling like you're doing the lion's share of the heavy lifting in the relationship, and it's building up resentment, and that needs to be addressed. One person is over-functioning, right, in the dynamic, and one person is under-functioning, and so the two of you are not equals. The third is probably the hardest, where you're parenting your partner, and there's a lot of power struggles. I'm not seeing that one. I'm seeing more of this abandonment shame, where like if you don't reach out and say, this is just an example, doesn't mean it's happening. This is the energy I'm trying to convey. If you don't reach out and explain exactly where you're going or why, then they may shame you when you get home, right? Or if you didn't get this or that, they may shame you. And it's just their abandonment wounds. Reverse the rules as you see fit. Any cross-watcher, however it resonates. But I am seeing this overall dynamic that as much as you fight for the happiness here, you feel kind of stuck and you're trying to manifest this spirit of absolution in this, of let's bring some more compassion to this connection. Let's go into the challenge before I go into your next behaviors and actions. The 4 of, wow. You might be fighting over work stuff. If sometimes when we have these relationships, this could actually be a co-partnership. For some of you, this is someone that you work with. Soulmates don't have to be about sex and romance, all right? They can be anyone in your life that you feel a kinship bond with, to feel that you are meant to cross paths with this person. So this challenge, whew, you almost could be fighting over one person. If you work together with this person, they're not doing their part. It's like when you do a project at school and you're doing all the work and they're claiming to be a part of the project. And you're like, no, you didn't do anything, but you're taking credit for it. So I think the challenge here, and if this applies to the relationship and less to a work dynamic, someone is doing a lot more work in this. You could have multiple patterns going on. You could have the invisible labor and resentment where you feel like one of you is doing more work than the other. And someone's pulling back and riding on the coattails, right, of someone else's hard work. Ultimately, what needs to happen is, this is also streaming, why does this love have to be so hard? Some of you might be saying that the first part of August, but beware, we are entering into a retrograde season where you're going to feel whatever is beneath the surface rise up, right, and rear its head at you so you can address it. If you've been sweeping things under the rug, this is the time to address it. So this also could be a new work opportunity that sets one of you on a path of doing a hell of a lot of work and the other person's feeling abandoned and they might be shaming you for it. So I'm getting all kinds of information off that, but that is a challenge. This could be someone that you just wants your attention and you're divided. You have a lot going on. Your next actions, they're reading between the lines. They're trying to make themselves happy. They have a lot of fears. They have a lot of self-doubt. That's what it feels like on their end. So their actions are a little bit chaotic. They're a little bit messy on their side with how they're showing up the first half. You're trying to release some emotions here and exercise some fearlessness and patience with this person. I think this person tests you. Mercy. Lord, I'm hearing, Lord have mercy, this person. The Eight of Cups is definitely an energy of feeling, that's resentment, y'all. That's, all right, I'm being so patient with this person. I got to dig really deep. I'm digging deep, y'all. I'm digging so deep. And your actions are like, this is someone you want to enjoy, but it's hard. It's hard. You're having to be patient. You're having to release some of these feelings, right? The Eight of Cups that have built up over time. And Spirit is definitely indicating that you need to slow down and be patient in this connection and release what needs to be released. I think that if you talk to this person about what you're going through, if you're not, this feels like you're having a struggle. The first half of August around the feelings that you're feeling and not sharing them. So in your actions, I feel like you may have been slow to actually speak up, right? You might be silencing that voice that's saying, you know what, I need to talk about some things that are going on that I'm looking the other way on. And you're worried about a fight if you do. Let's clarify. Above all, there's work that needs to be put into this connection to bring the love back in. Queen of Wands, what you don't see coming. Ooh, we've got some fiery energy going on. Which way is this going to go? First half of August. Which way is this going to go? Spirit. Those two. Page of Wands. I'm seeing a lot of pages. Yeah, Five of Cups. Pages. It's almost like you two aren't really, it's like, it runs on its own. But deep down, there's all this stuff just waiting to be released and let out of the cage. It feels like that. Like, let's just tiptoe quietly around all this stuff. Well, it feels like things are going to be bubbling up. What you don't see coming is that you're going to have to release some of this. It's like it's built up over time in this connection. In order to lighten the energy, it's about releasing, y'all. We have the Page of Wands and the Five of Cups. I'm going to do these two. They don't want to come in. Yeah. It's a matter of holding on to a vision, for this connection where, all right, get on the same page about where you both want to be in this. Sometimes you really have to just sit down and have an important discussion about the future and about where you both are. I do see we have the Queen of Cups in the challenge, and we have the King of Cups and what you don't see coming. So this is about taking directed action in the creation of a healthy, emotionally mature bond. And so as you do this, what you don't see coming through this experience of the first half of August, you're going to start getting more clarity, right? Laying the past to rest, closing out this cycle where they've been a little bit of a Debbie Downer. I'm not going to lie. They're in a Debbie Downer. I'm a victim. Poor me. I got this in your last reading. And they're tiptoeing around, and every day you're like, oh God, and it's making you feel like kind of stuck in an energy. It doesn't mean you're stuck overall in this relationship. You're just stuck and you want to feel happy, right? So this is a matter of communicating and opening up and releasing what needs to be released. The Page of Wands is going out on dates or getting together, having time together face to face, where you're putting away the phones, putting away the work, and actually interacting and bringing that love back so you can get over whatever you're holding in. I feel like, Leo, you're holding something in, and the more you let that out and the more you talk about what you're experiencing, the lighter the energy will become. Let's get some advice from Spirit. Definitely a challenging connection for you. The Lord have mercy. I'm sure that you're closing out a cycle with this person. So I think this is someone that you've been with. I'm not seeing a lot of cards of long-term commitment here. This could be a friendship or a family member. Somebody that you need to, kumbaya it, right? Forgive and let go. Forgive and let go, right? Of the past pain, right? Don't hold on to it, Leo. Yeah, the Magician, the World, and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, there's a huge burst of energy this first half of August around really tying up all the lessons, because this portal is now a joint portal. They may be initiating that because they know they have to shift out of their frequency of this downward energy. It's like this, it sucked them under at times. And you might have been that like person that's been keeping them afloat, and it's been draining, right? So I think that in your case, there's a lot of light at the end of the tunnel coming and a lot of relief happening, because we have two majors here buffered by this Queen of Wands and what you don't see coming, which is love pouring in, this emotional maturity, this beautiful release of the past pain, and this lightening up of the energy. All right, as you wrap up a cycle and step up into a whole new timeline together, where the energy is going to feel more spontaneous, more free-spirited, less mired down in the muck, right? Let's get into the Sacred Forest Oracle here. Now, what do you need to remain open-hearted in the first half of August? What does Leo need to remain open-hearted in the first half of August to this soulmate? In the first half of August to this soulmate. What does Leo need? Spirit, we'll do the top one. Gratitude. Gratitude. Look at that. And we have purple, which is the color of the third eye chakra, right? This is a color of royalty in the spirit world. This is a cloak of honor, signifying that you've learned a lot of valuable spiritual lessons on your path when it comes to relationship dynamics, Leo, and your willingness to mature in them and to show up in the deep emotional space, right, of unconditional love, in the masculine and feminine natures in you and in another. That's the rise, right? That's the challenge in every connection that we share with people, especially our deep, deep soulmate bonds. Let's talk about this beautiful bluebell fairy. Bluebell fairy. Number 6, which is incidentally the card. I always believe 6 is to be the marking of the soulmate patterning marking. Gratitude is a secret to a joy-filled life. True thankfulness can work like modern alchemy. So this is what you need to remain open-hearted, right? To this soulmate is gratitude. True thankfulness can work like modern-day alchemy, yielding happiness and peace beyond imagination. And it's so simple. Find what's good and wonderful in every moment. No matter what's happening around you, there's always something to be grateful for. Whatever you appreciate in life will grow. So discover what you're thankful for, even the people and situation you found challenging, and watch miracles unfold. The universe is grateful for you. Appreciation for everything flows through you in great bounty. Cherish the preciousness of life and everyone and everything around you, and miracles will abound. In addition to gratitude, bluebells are thought to symbolize humility. Isn't that Texan? I want to say that, or that's bluebonnets. Maybe it's the same thing. They're beautiful. I love that flower. You don't see them on the East Coast as much, but Texas, when they bloom. All right. Bluebells are thought to symbolize humility. As you step into the soft, gentle energy of humbleness, I almost want to say bluebellness. That's funny. Carry that with you through the first half of August. You'll find that your gratitude for even the smallest things in life expands. Bluebells open the door to magic. Legends describe ringing the bluebell like you would a bell in order to bring fairies to you. In the spring, bluebells grow throughout the woodlands in a lush carpet, and you can feel the magic simply by being near. Well, I was just thinking that. The spirit of the bluebell fairy says, the more gratitude that you have, the more bounty will fill your life. Cherish the preciousness of all things, and joy will fill your life. The universe is thankful for you. Yeah, you know what? There may be this beautiful turnaround the first half of August where you've been going through challenging energies in this situation. And now it's this whole attitudinal shift in perspectives, in the emotional weather between two people, where there's been a lot of rumbling, right, beneath the surface. But now I feel like the sun is going to come out. Things are going to lighten up in the first half of August. So I hope you enjoyed this message, Leo. I'll see you soon on the All Signs and the monthly, which I love doing. That's my bread and butter. I love that one. That's my jam. All right. Take care. Sending love.